Welcome, my sweet friends. It's so great to have you back. And if you are new here, come on in. Welcome. We're so happy you're visiting. My name is Emmy. My husband is behind the camera. He's Paul. And this is our channel, Frugal Money Saver. We're an early retirement, debt and mortgage-free couple living in the state of New York. And what this channel is all about is just how to live a more abundant life, spending less money. And today's video, I hope, is super encouraging. This was a topic that is really strong on Paul and I's heart right now, and we wanted to share it with you. And we hope it just proves to be a total encouragement and a blessing. And we're also going to be making a zero food waste chicken patty recipe using like one breast of chicken, and it'll easily feed 3 to 4 people. It's a win-win on this one. Sit back, relax. I have a cup of tea here with me today. This is how much I wanted to be focused when I talk to you all. And again, I hope this is a blessing. Paul and I were just bouncing this idea back and forth. And yeah, it was something that was on our hearts. So let me tell you what it is. On this channel, I think one of the biggest things that we stress over and over again, that everybody's frugal journey is so different. It's unique to who you are, what your needs are, what your financial situation is. There are so many variables that come into play when you look at someone's financial journey and their frugal journey. We hope that we've always been super clear about that, and I think we have. I'm pretty sure we're kind of like always stressing that. We try to encourage you to be debt-free, to not spend above your means, to live a more abundant life with what you already have, etc., etc. You know the drill, you've been here. And sometimes, as frugal people, we can be called, well, you might be cheap, or how do you live like that? You're stingy, whatever. And we just roll our eyes because we know that is not true. That is not what frugality is at all. We're content knowing exactly what we're doing and why we're doing it. This is a lifestyle we have chosen. And we're all pretty good about that lifestyle, I think. Now, let's do a 180. How do you handle someone shaming you for spending money? You're supposed to be this frugal person. Why are you spending on that? Oh my gosh, I can't believe you spent money on that. You told me you don't spend money on that. You told me you're trying to save. You told me da-da-da. You're getting where I'm going with this. Well, that is exactly what happened to me the other day. Exactly. You all know how much I love to do my nails. I did them for the season. They have little spider webs on them, and you see them. I use my hands a lot. When I do cooking in the video, when I talk, my hands are always out there for everyone to see. So it's important to me to keep them nice. I always say to Paul, if I have to do like a cooking video, let me do my nails real quick. It's just something that is important to me. So this is what happened. Somebody saw this manicure and their exact words were, I hope you didn't get that done professionally. Okay, that's all right. Let's take a step back. They went on to say, YouTubers who spend money on professional manicures are hypocrites. I'm like, what? Yikes. That's fine. And I actually am thanking that person right now for saying that, because it brought a topic to Paul's and I's attention that needs to be addressed. We need to be careful. We never shame others who do not share our frugal priorities. And the word priority being the key here. I do my own nails. I haven't been, how long has it been since I've been to a nail salon?
Probably over a year,
Yeah.
year and a half, yeah.
It's been a long time. I used to. I talk about that freely in my videos, how that's one thing I cut out because we wanted to take that money and put it elsewhere. So I do my own. These are little nail decals. I'll do a tutorial on them. They're wonderful. Doing my nails or not doing my nails is not the point. What the point is if I had budgeted to have my nails professionally done, and I was not going into debt to have my nails professionally done, then what's the problem? I'm just using nails because that's what was pointed out to me. We all have our priorities. And what is a priority? A priority is something that is more important than something else. Your priorities in your frugal journey are going to be totally different than my frugal journey's priorities. We're all on the same page with trying to save money, reducing debt, staying debt-free, finding more joy in the everyday, being content with what we have. But the things that you are choosing to spend your money on could be totally different than what Paul and I deem to be important. And what we do, you may look and scratch your head and say, what are you doing with that? But that's not what we are to stand and do. We are not to judge one another on what our spending priorities are. We are not to judge anyone on their purchases or even lack of purchases. We get, ribbed for that sometimes. So how can we take our values and put them on someone else? Getting your nails done is totally, and again, I'm using this as a hypothetical thing, the nails, is not an essential purchase. And I am the first one to say that. And not getting them done saves you money that could be spent elsewhere. That's a given. But if getting your nails done is more important than, let's say, eating steak to you, that is your priority. You're coming out the same. You're making your budget work. The steak is taking place of the nails. It could be any non-essential purchase you are spending on. Some people abhor wearing used clothes. I have no problem with that. I can go into a thrift store and buy somebody else's clothes, come home, wash them, and I am good to go. Other people, that is not a place they want to save money. They want to save money by not taking a vacation, or they want to save money by not getting their nails done. It is a personal journey. I cannot stress this enough. As long as we are keeping our essentials paid, we are staying out of debt, we are cleaning up our debt, we are saving money, your non-essential purchases are yours to choose. Now, we're doing a no-spend personal non-essential purchase for the month of November. For that month, we put those aside. But there are always non-essential purchases in all our lives. There's going to be, even if it's to go to a dollar store and spend $3, that's a non-essential purchase. But again, if that is your choice and you have the money to do it, no one should stand in judgment of that. Going back to our original video, which was like, I don't even know how long ago. It's so primitive. Honestly, it's like fun to watch. The first thing we said when we came on here was, it's your money. You spend it on the priorities that are important to you. I will show you how to save money. I will hold your hand. I will be your biggest cheerleader, Paul and I both. And you know that. We want this site to be encouraging. We want to show you how to make every day blessed by spending less money. And I will give you ways to do it. I'll tell you, don't get a manicure if you need that money elsewhere. Or I'll say, don't take a huge vacation if you have something you need to do with that money. You need to save it. You know what I say. But we cannot stand in judgment ever of someone else's priorities. We can't do that as a whole. And I am guilty, hand raised, of doing it as well. We always tend to look at someone else's life, be like, oh, I wouldn't have done that. or I wouldn't have said that, but we need to remember the commonality that we all share. And that is the goal to save money, the goal to be debt free, the goal to pay off debt, to live a simple life, to find joy in the everyday, to be content with what we have. We try to encourage you every day in that lifestyle choice. I hope this was encouraging, and if this has happened to you, stay strong. Your priorities are your priorities. And we are in your court. We are cheering you on. We are doing our frugal huddle. We are breaking and going out doing what we need to do. So I hope this was a blessing. It's something that Paul and I really felt that we need to address. I hope it was helpful. Now we're going to turn around this camera and we're going to get into the kitchen and make some yummy food. Here we go. We're going to be making some chicken patties. And I am really intrigued by this recipe. We had leftover chicken, so this is about 1.5 cups of cooked chicken that I just shredded with 2 forks. Now to that, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of regular all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1 egg, about 1/4 cup. Well, probably a little over. Paul shredded that. It's supposed to be 1/4 cup of mozzarella.
Always add more cheese. That's what I always say.
And now I took out one of my lemons, defrosted it. I'm using my garlic press to just put a little lemon juice in there. Not much, just a little. Onion powder. I'm just eyeballing the spice. A little garlic powder. And then I'm going to add a little dill. I'm going to mix this all together. I also meant to say I did add a little cracked ground black pepper as well. Now I just mixed this all together. Now what I'm going to do is cover it. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes, preferably an hour. So this is a great little way if you want to get a little dinner or lunch prep done ahead. So now I'm going to pop this in the refrigerator and just let it chill for about an hour. We took our mixture out. It chilled about an hour. In this plate I have some panko breadcrumbs. Now we're not going to fry these. We are going to put them in the oven. So what I did was I preheated my oven to 350 degrees. Just making a little bit of a patty. Putting it in the panko, pressing it down. Okay. Now you can do this on a piece of parchment paper as well, but I'm using my baking mat. We're just going to do this with the remaining chicken until we have all the chicken used. These look like a hamburger size patty, but you can make them smaller, bigger, whatever you prefer. If you've ever worked with panko, you know that panko doesn't brown really well unless you add a little bit of oil. So what I'm doing is just drizzling just a little bit of olive oil on each patty. And then what we're going to do is just flip it. If you have a spray bottle of olive oil, this would be great. This is just going to help in the browning process. And by all means, you could have added more spices to the breadcrumbs, but I think we're good the way we are. So I'm going to put these in a 350-degree oven for 15 minutes, and I'm going to flip them after about 7. Here they are. They cook for about 17 minutes. They smell wonderful. I flipped them a couple times. Now, by all means, you could have fried these in oil in a frying pan, but we wanted to do it this way, and they came out beautiful. Now, I'm going to tell you what you could do with this. You could put it on a hamburger bun with lettuce, tomato, maybe a slice of cheese. Delicious. You could put it over a bed of salad greens. You could use it as a main dish and pair it with a vegetable and some fresh fruit. Would make a great light lunch, light dinner. The possibilities are endless. Or you could just eat it like this. Delicious anyway. So we're going to take a bite and we're going to let you know how it is. Just cut into this. I want to show you this. This looks so good. Listen to the crunch. Ready? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to enjoy this. Again, there are so many versatile ways you can use this. Just a little bit of chicken, some add-ins. Perfect way to go. Those chicken patties were phenomenal. Were they poll approved?
Yes, they were delicious. What a great way to use up leftover chicken. We stretched that chicken a long way.
It was like one
Didn't
chicken,
we?
we got like 4 meals, and
Yeah.
even our son ate off of it too.
Yeah, no, it was
one
great.
night. So it was a great way to use up a piece of leftover chicken. You could use the thigh, anything, just shred it. It was phenomenal. And we ate it as like a main meal with some sides, and I dipped mine in a Caesar salad dressing. It was so good. And what did you have yours with? Like a teriyaki sauce?
No, I used like a Russian dressing.
Okay, he used Russian. It was really good. You could put it over salad. You could make a chicken sandwich out of it. It was just, hands down, great way to use up some leftover pieces of chicken. Win-win on that one. I hope this video was encouraging. I hope it just showed that we are all in this together. We are a frugal family that sticks with each other and encourages each other. And even though our journeys may be different, we all share the frugal commonalities for sure. So thank you for spending this time with us. Please give this a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And by all means, leave me a comment. Has this ever happened to you? Has anybody ever came up to you and said, oh, you're frugal, you shouldn't be buying that? Or, oh, that's not a frugal purchase, why are you doing that? I would love to know, or maybe we're alone in this, I don't know. You know we love you. We ask you to stay safe, be well, and above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, bye-bye.